This is Duncan Lievi, and what I'm about to do is what I hope to be the promo that Drew McIntyre cuts on Roman Reigns, leading to a match between the two at WrestleMania 37. The scenario is this. Roman Reigns is the Universal Champion still. He has not lost ever since winning the title at SummerSlam, I believe. And Drew McIntyre is either on SmackDown or he's on Raw addressing Roman Reigns. You could also add the aspect of McIntyre having won the Rumble for the second year in a row. That's not extremely necessary, but that could be the justification for this situation to come to fruition. So now imagine this in McIntyre's typically gruff Scottish accent and the mannerisms that he portrays, but the message is this, simply. I'm addressing you now, Roman, talking directly to the tribal chief. And all credit to the champion. In all the matches that we've had in the past, most of the times it has been you who's got his hand raised at the end. I'm man enough to admit that. At Survivor Series, the match was about proving who was the dominant champion, who was the face of the WWE. And you, to your credit, came out on top at Survivor Series. But I want to prove that I belong in the same ring as you. Something that I believe, something that a lot of other people might believe. But you don't believe that. You consider yourself to be a cut above everybody, including me. You won that match at Survivor Series and you were really proud of it. And you performed really well. You were the better man on the night. But you're not better than me. In fact, come to think of it, come to really think of it, you're not the head of the table. You're not the tribal chief. I do not answer to you. I'm not a second-tier champion. I'm not your second in command. I am willing to go the extra mile to reach whatever level anyone needs me to reach to prove to everybody that I am actually better than you. Let's rewind. Let's rewind to Survivor Series. What did you do, Roman? How did you actually get the win? Jey Uso assisted you behind the referee's back. You took advantage of a situation. I would not blame you for that. I would have probably taken advantage of a similar situation as well. But what else did you do? You low-blowed me and then locked me in the guillotine. Now that's not a good look for the tribal chief. That's not a good look for the face of the WWE, for the head of the table. You're not the head of the table if you resort to underhanded tactics. But that's exactly what you did. You won by nefarious means. You did not beat me mano a mano, fair and square. You knew that I was going to beat you. I'd kicked out of your spear twice. You experienced doubt. You got afraid that you might have to admit to everybody in the world that you are not as good as you think you are. That you might have to accept in front of everybody that you were not the head of the table, not the tribal chief, not the big dog. And I see the fear in your eyes right now as I'm speaking to you. So what I ask is simple. WrestleMania 37, you against me. One more time for that. The Universal Championship. I will prove what I already know to be true in front of everyone at the biggest stage of them all. At WrestleMania, the showcase of the immortals. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. End promo. Because the stage is set. The match was great. And in a lot of ways, I have gotten more justification as to why Orton lost, or he was booked to lose the title to McIntyre, the WWE title, so that McIntyre and Reigns can be the match at Survivor Series. McIntyre lost. I was not very happy with that outcome, but McIntyre is a very high caliber performer, and he will be for at least the next 5 years. Injuries notwithstanding. So let's see how this goes. I really believe that could be a real possibility now that the company might want to explore. Let's see how it goes. But McIntyre is great on the microphone. He's amazing in the ring, especially with the right opponent. Here's hoping that all of the main eventers, McIntyre, Reigns, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, Jey Uso, Daniel Bryan, The Fiend, they're all booked reasonably well going into WrestleMania. Because the situation is rather interesting. What's the situation with Edge and Orton? What is the situation with Brock Lesnar, Goldberg? Who is The Fiend going to be going after next? All these questions will be answered in the coming few months, and I sincerely believe that Survivor Series, even though it had a abysmal build, it has turned a corner, and we might get to witness something fresh. You always hope for the best things. It's good to be optimistic. Let's see where it goes. Until next time, this is Duncan Lievi. Hope to see you soon.